I think we need to address the elephant in the room. Why am I wearing a blazer without a shirt underneath? Hector, my eyes are up here. So this is not what you get from meditating. This is not what you get from going to the gym. This is what you get when you're bored at work one day and an AI ad comes up and you want to see what you look like as a K-pop star. And I will spend the rest of my life trying to become that. This is me as a kid. I was always a pretty happy kid. Life was good. If anything went wrong, I was able to overcome it or push through. And last year, things changed. My body broke down. Something went wrong. I spent my weekends in unimaginable pain, basically bedridden, just to have enough energy to go to work on Monday. I went to the best doctors in the world, and nothing helped. That's when I got this email for a retreat in Panama with 3 Joules. I had barely meditated, but I had nowhere else to turn. I knew I had to try something new. 5 days in silence really scared me. Like, that's a long time to be left alone with your own thoughts. I was like, what's going to come up? Am I going to have to confront every regret I've ever had head on? But before going, I read this quote. Everyone has at least one big thing that stands in the way of their success. Find yours and deal with it. It really stuck with me. What if this was my opportunity to peel back the curtain and see something that I was unable to before? So I took the leap. I went to Panama. I showed up. The phones went off. The silence started. What would happen? Did everything I'd ever dealt with before? Thank you. Did everything I feared, did it boil to the surface? No. None of that happened. Instead, I went deeper than what I thought my problems were, and these are the results. The red is before, and the purple is after. We think it's normal to feel things like fear, shame, resentment on a daily basis, but we forget that these things are whispering to us, telling us to make a change in our lives. And so, like, what happened to me on retreat to have this profound of an effect, right? I didn't try to tackle these things one by one. Instead, I found the root cause of all of them. I found my one thing. This is a photo of me. I'm 3 years old. I had just gotten an electric motorcycle for Christmas. At this time in my life, I knew nothing but joy. And at some point in your life, even if it's before you can remember, you knew nothing but joy. It was your main way of experiencing the world. And then people start to take it away from you. They make fun of your clothes, your taste in music, and this happens over and over again until you stop giving yourself to the world. You hold back. And to me, this happened in a really extreme way, to the point where I just wasn't experiencing joy anymore. I remember being at a party in high school and thinking, why are we here? What are we celebrating? What have we accomplished? I didn't understand small talk. I was like, why am I talking to this person? What am I going to get out of it? I thought that love was reciprocated desire. If I want this person bad enough and they want me bad enough, it'll work. No wonder none of my relationships ever worked. And can you see that, like, this is the most miserable way to experience the world? Without joy. And on retreat, when I realized this, the weight of the world lifted off my shoulders because it wasn't my fault. I was trained to see the world this way. And when I realized that, I understood that I get to choose how I see the world from now on. This isn't a story about how I got sick and how I got healthy again. It's about something much more important. It's about how I took the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and turn it into the best thing. Because I found hope. Because I found joy again. There's a whole industry out there telling you that when things feel off, something out there is going to fix you. But turmeric supplementation probably isn't going to solve your problems. Sorry to ruin your hope. Sitting in silence with your own mind will. Because some truths can only be discovered in stillness. I think there's a lot of moments in our lives where we look back and we think, that was a close call. I could have died. I look back on this moment in my life and I think, that was a close call. I could have went the rest of my life without truly living. So, if I leave you with one last thing, I would say, forget what you've been taught and choose how you want to see the world. That's why I meditate.